and welcome to another lawn clippings video by Lawn Fawn. Today we are going to be making a Halloween treat bag using Say Cheese, Happy Haunting, and Heebie Jeebies. Right now we're just inking up this nice Polaroid from Say Cheese and stamping it out, just like you can see right here. I just love this Polaroid. It's so much fun for cards and treat bags and everything you can think of. Now we're going to use some antique linen, distress ink, and we're using a foam ink blending tool to add some of this kind of aged color to make it look like an old Polaroid. If you don't have one of these ink blending tools, you could use something like a makeup sponge, really anything you can think of to get this ink on there to just get that kind of textured old Polaroid look. I quickly went and cut out the Polaroid, and there's my little treat bag that we're going to be putting it on. And then I went out and cut a 2.5 by 2.5 inch square, and that is the exact size of the inside of the Polaroid. And what's really fun about that is as I stamp my scene with the spooky house from Happy Haunting, I know exactly what it's going to look like when it's in the Polaroid, because I want to stamp the house kind of off the scene, as if someone took a picture but only got part of this house in. So I'm just kind of playing around with how I think it's going to look best, and I put some scratch paper underneath to make sure I don't get ink everywhere. And so just playing around and now inking it, and you can see how cool that looks, as if it's just a fun snapshot. Now we're going to add the spooky tree from Happy Haunting, and we're going to make sure we also kind of cut this off of the page. So we're going to cut the bottom off and a little bit of the side to really kind of make it look like it's this fun scene taken with someone's old Polaroid camera. I just love that spooky tree. It's so much fun. So the next part we're going to do is add the bats from Happy Haunting. And what I love about clear stamps is that if you're not sure exactly where to place things, you can take your stamps and put them right on your project so you can see what it's going to look like before stamping something that maybe you don't end up liking the placement. So I just love doing that because it gives me an idea of what I'm going to do before I go ahead and commit to putting a bunch of black ink on my project. So now I'm going to go ahead and stamp a bunch of bats from this set to kind of help create this spooky scene. And right now I'm just stamping my 5th bat there and kind of stamping them off so it looks like they're flying towards me. Here we have some super fast Copic coloring that we're doing with just 2 shades of brown and 3 shades of purple. So easy. I'm just adding the darker purple there kind of on those lines that are already on the house, and then the darkest purple on the sort of the edges and the roof and the chimney. And just doing really kind of fast things. And then there's some yellow and then some orange in the middle of the windows to make them look like they're glowing. It looks really cool if you put that in the middle and kind of blend it with your yellow. Right now I've stamped the house on a post-it, and I've cut it out, and that's my mask because I'm going to be coloring in this sky. So I just stamped it out, cut out the post-it, and that adheres it down for me perfectly on there. And so now I'm just using some broken china distress ink on one of these little finger things that has a foam tip on it. You could also use a makeup sponge or the foam ink blending tool, whatever you like, to kind of add this color to the sky. So I'm slowly adding it, and I'm not doing it evenly. I want it to have kind of this spooky glowing look. And so I'm going ahead and just putting this broken china distress ink color all over. And then the next thing I'm going to do is add some faded jeans because that's a little darker, so I'm going to put that around the edges. Here we got it in some super speed motion. When I peeled up my mask, we had some major user error, and that I had put it on a little bit off, so there was a little bit of white spots around the house. So I'm just taking my Copic marker in a similar color to that broken china color and just filling in those spots. The cool thing about the Copic is it kind of makes the house stand out from the background too. Right now I'm also adding some brown Copic back over the tree since the blue distress ink kind of dulled it out a little bit. So I just colored right back over it real quick, and now it pops just like always. So I'm starting to get the idea of what it's going to look like in the scene. Now we're using the Have a Spooktacular Halloween from Happy Haunting, the sentiment, and I'm inking up the Have a Spooktacular part first to stamp that, and then the Halloween part next to stamp that underneath. And it's really a fun way to kind of fill up that whole space in the Polaroid with a sentiment by breaking it up that way. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and cut out the middle of the Polaroid. I really like it when the image is behind the Polaroid instead of sitting on top. I tried it sitting on top to see if maybe I would like it, but really my favorite is when it's behind it. Now we've got some nice frost white ink, and we've got the web from Heebie Jeebies, our Halloween set from last year, which is just a blast. And I'm just taking this nice white pigment ink and adding this spider web all the way around. I tried a different color ink before, but I really like the look of the white on that dark gray. So I'm just going to add these webs all the way around, avoiding putting that sentiment that's in the Happy Halloween part that's in the middle of the web. And it really creates a cool look on this panel. Right now I'm just adhering it to the glass line bag that's ready for treats, and I'm playing around with my placement right now. That's why I sped it up, because I'm deciding which washi tape. Should I put the Polaroid angled or straight? I decided to do it straight because everything else is so straight on the bag. I thought it looked better that way. So right now I'm just placing the scene and then placing the Polaroid right over that. I'm going to make it look like the washi tape is holding it up, but it wasn't strong enough to hold it up, so I kind of faked it that way. When I put the washi tape there, I thought it was too thick, so I just cut it in half, and now I'm just trimming it a little bit and putting it on there to kind of have that perfect look I want. So it's fun to kind of play with different products that way. And so this is our treat bag. It's really easy to do, really fun, could be really easy to mass produce, perfect for candies and pencils and little fun erasers and cute Halloween things. I hope you guys love the video, and thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye!